Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania has recently postponed an event that centered around being tired of cis white men. So I'm at UT campus to ask students what they think about the event. Let's go find out.
Saying like we're tired of straight white men in society is really as like explicit as it sounds. I think it's just contributing to a general idea that like we're tired of straight white men having the power and everything, and it's like we as women of color, as like students at this university, like we're very much capable of certain things, and we don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
And I've been hearing that from a lot of the ladies that I've been talking to today. Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I think I don't really know. Have you ever experienced like a specific instance?
I don't know, but I also need to go.
I know, I do need to go. I'm sorry.
As especially people of color, we know the privileges or the advantages certain races have.
Talk to me about some of those privileges that white people have that you guys don't have.
I would just be like, okay, I guess I'll start with I am a black queer person. If I were to just walk amongst the streets, I'm also like women like I look very feminine. If I were to walk across the streets in the dark as a black queer female presenting person, I would not feel safe because I feel like I would be pretty targeted. But if I were a white cis man, I don't think I'd be like the type of person someone would come up to and hate crime, because that's just not what happens.
I'm certainly cognizant of my own privilege because of my own race, this is the color of my skin.
What privileges are those?
Lots of things. I think there are certain assumptions that come with certain people. Like when they look at a black person or an Indian person, they automatically have this profile in their head, racial profiling, and that still exists. I mean, we're not going to escape that until human depravity itself goes away.
Talk to me about some of the privileges that white men are awarded that you guys are not awarded.
Definitely, I guess just getting away with situations. If I were to, I don't know, I guess, here you go. I have to think about it. I can't.
It's situations like if I had a problem with a male teacher and they were a white cis male, there was less of a chance for something to happen to them because of it. I could literally report them for anything, but because of that, if they were upstanding in the community, sucks to me, basically.
Do you think that it would be the same reaction if it was a black male teacher?
No.
I think the problem would be solved immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like POC people are more targeted, or minorities are more targeted, especially with crimes in general, or if a person of color was to do something wrong, people would deal with it more quickly than if it was a cis white male.
So you mentioned straight white men having more privileges. Can you talk to me about what some of those privileges are?
So generally, there's not really ever a sense of discrepancy whenever someone is trying to, let's say for instance, there is a man who commits a crime and he's, a regular looking white guy. Police are, generally more likely to not have adverse reactions to them. Say if they're having any sudden movements or sharp movements, they'll generally be more lenient with them compared to if it was a black or brown person.
Where do you get that analysis from?
Statistics, crime statistics, rates of arrest compared to comparing white people to black and brown people or minorities in general.
What would you say to people who say the black community commits the majority of the crime, that's why they're more likely to be arrested? What would you say to that point?
I would say that there are certain factors of society that have contributed to black and brown people being more impoverished, and crime is sort of the way that a lot of people see an escape from this poverty. You know, stealing is a crime, but say you're a hungry man and you go into a grocery store and you steal some food for you or your family. Is that really a crime, or are you just trying to survive at that point, you know?
Well, y'all, it was nice to see the racism levels at UT Austin have gone down a little bit. So great video today. By the way, I am going to be at America Fest for Turning Point USA in Arizona this December 17th through the 20th. Go to amfest.com and use coupon code SAV, SAV, for 20% off your general admission ticket. I would love to meet you, and I would love to see you there. Thanks for tuning in.